Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're new, might as well just subscribe right now. Get that over with ASAP, you know? So a couple of weeks ago, I did get a MacBook Pro. I filmed an unboxing video and I said that I was gonna do a what's on my MacBook video because honestly that video was a whole mess. I just couldn't talk about everything that I wanted to talk about in that video. So here we are today. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the MacBook that I have, how I customize it, what I use it for, and what I have on it. And then I'm just gonna give you guys tips and tricks on how you can customize yours. But let's be real, everyone and their mom is doing a tips and tricks video, but like mine's cooler because I'm more relaxed, let's be real. Anyways, so I do have the 13-inch MacBook Pro 2019, not 2020, 2019 in space gray. However, you cannot see the space gray right now because it does have a case on it, but let's just, you know, you can go back to that last video and you can see the space gray because you're not gonna see it here. 256 gigabytes. I did not get the one with more gigabytes and I'm gonna get into that later, but yeah, so let me get into this case real quickly because everybody keeps asking me about this case on my last video. So the case bundle that I got from my laptop, it comes with the cover for the lid, the cover for the bottom. The bottom is very well ventilated and it comes with 4 stoppers. It also comes with an extra 4 stoppers because let's be real, these things come off so easily. And it also came with a keyboard cover and a screen protector. In my last video, I said I don't know why I got the one with the screen protector because I can barely put a screen protector on an iPhone. So how am I gonna put a screen protector on a bigger screen? But believe it or not, it was really easy and I don't even have any air bubbles, so it's pretty simple, so you could probably do it too. And it does come with a keyboard cover, however I do not like it. I used it for a day and I just ripped it off and I tossed it because it was just so annoying. I guess because these keys are different, they're not like the old ones where the keys stick out more, so the silicone cover is able to fall on it more and stay in place, where now it kind of just sits on top, so it comes off very easily. Also, I feel like the silicone cover makes you type slower because it's grippy, so your fingers are sticking to it rather than gliding over the keys, which is annoying. So if you're in school, I would not use it because if you're trying to get your notes down quickly before the next slide, like it's just not it's not happening, so I don't use that. And because I know somebody's gonna say something, let me just address it now. This is matte black, so that means that if your hands are greasy, you touch the case, it's gonna leave these marks. Like for example, right here, those are my fingers and I'm not dirty, like I just lotion my skin. So when I lotion my skin and I touch this, or you just have natural grease on your hand too, so if you touch this, it's gonna stay there. I wiped this off with a Lysol wipe before this video and it still looks like this, so this might not be the case for you if that really bothers you. So now that we have all the outside stuff talked about and out of the way, let's get to the inside of the MacBook. So this is my desktop. I'm gonna be so real right now. I'm one of the most basic people you'll ever come across, so I like very much the plain aesthetic. That's why there's literally only one thing on my desktop, and my wallpaper is like the plainest wallpaper ever, but I love white marble. And because the laptop is space gray and the cover is black and then the keys have white in it, the gray, black, and white just goes really well with the aesthetic of what I'm trying to do here. So that's why this is my wallpaper, and I will link it down below because people always ask for wallpapers and I never have the link, but I saved the link this time for this specific video, so I will link it down below in my description box. Thank me later. So as you can see, there's nothing on my desktop. I don't have any folders because I'm not about that life, and my dock is also hidden just because, like I said, I like the aesthetic of not having anything on my desktop. There is one thing on my desktop, but I will get to that later. Well, not really later, probably like in a couple of minutes, probably not even a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. So anyways, now everybody usually has their dock to the bottom or the left. I keep my dock on the right, and I'm gonna go through everything that I have in my dock and why I have it and what I use it for. So starting from the bottom, I have Quicktime Player. That's actually what I'm using right now to screen record. System preferences, because I feel like I always have to go into system preferences to do something, so I just put it there so I can access it easier. Stickies. Now, Stickies is what you see in the top left corner of my MacBook right now. So because I know somebody's gonna ask, because we're in quarantine right now, I feel like I'm doing a lot of online shopping and I need to not do that. So these are 2 things that I really want to buy, and as you can see, they cost a pretty penny. That's how much they cost with tax included and shipping and handling. So I'm just trying to budget myself, and I put that there as a reminder so that whenever I go online and I'm like, I want to buy these shoes, I remind myself that you are currently unemployed, Javon, because of COVID-19, and these are 2 things that you really want to purchase, so you need to figure it out. So that's why these are here. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to make a sticky note. So what you're going to do is click on Stickies, because I already have it up there, nothing popped up. So when you want to make a new sticky, you can just press Command N and another one will pop up. And at the top here, you can change the color of it. Mine is obviously gray because it goes with the aesthetic. So I'm gonna make it pink because pink is my favorite color. You can change the font. My favorite font is Helvetica, so that's why I have Helvetica selected. And then you can just write anything. And that's literally it, and it just sits there forever until you take it off. Back to my dock. After that, I have music. I prefer Apple Music over Spotify. I'm not gonna lie, Spotify is really good. I've used Spotify twice just because I've always gone to these periods where I'm like, I'm gonna leave Apple Music and I'm gonna use Spotify, and I'm a student so I can get it for cheaper. So I've tried it, and honestly, the reason why I prefer Apple Music is because when there's music that are like leaked tracks or hidden tracks or stuff that artists don't release through their label, or even if their label doesn't put the music out anymore, you can just download the music off of YouTube and drag and drop it into music, and then it just downloads to your phone as well. You can't do that with Spotify, and I love music and I listen to so many different genres, and there's always songs that you just can't find on Spotify, you can't find on Apple Music, or you can't find the version that you want on those streaming services. So the fact that you can just drag and drop with Apple, that's why I just use Apple. So after that, I have EOS Utility 3. That is what I use with my camera. I have a Canon EOS Rebel T6i, just in case anybody's wondering. And with this app, I can do live shoot off of my laptop. So instead of looking at the little viewfinder right here, I can look at it on the screen of my laptop. I can autofocus, I can change the lighting and stuff like that. And I can also download the images off of my camera onto my computer using that app. So that's what that's for. After that, I have Final Cut Pro. I have Photos, Safari, and I'm going to talk about really quickly how I customize my Safari. So as you can see, these are my top sites. So these are pretty much like my favorites or my bookmarks, but they're just right there in front of you when you first open it. So even if I click Command T and I open a new tab, it's just gonna open the same way. And I just prefer this because I just find it easier and faster, and I just like how it looks. So the top sites that I always go to are Apple, because why not? And that's apple.ca, not apple.com. National Student Loans, because I have student loan to pay back. Gmail, because I don't like the app that comes with the MacBook, and I do not understand why there is no Gmail app for, like, what are we doing here? After that, I have Amazon because I have Prime. If you don't have Prime, you're sleeping on life. I have American Eagle because that's one of my favorite stores. I have Twitter, even though I don't really use Twitter. I kind of just, why do I have Twitter twice? Next, I have Netflix because I don't really know I have Netflix on here. I've never watched it on my laptop. YouTube, because duh, this is what we do. YouTube downloader, just so I can download like clips from videos if I ever want to include them in mine. I've never done that yet though, so yeah. Then I have Facebook. I don't really... Facebook's just whatever. And then I have Twitter. So really quickly, I'm going to show you how to make a top site. So I love shoes. So a website that I've been going on a lot lately is footlocker.ca. So we're just going to make that a top site really quickly, just so you can see how to do it. So I'm just going to type in footlocker.ca. It's already there, obviously, because I live on this website. Then you're going to click on the share button in the top right corner. You're going to click add bookmark. And then you're going to make sure add this page to says top sites, and then you're just going to click that, and then you click add. Then we're going to press Command T to open a new tab, and then Footlocker will be in the top left corner. And make sure when you add a top site that it has a blue thumbtack, because that's how you know that it will stay there. Because if not, if you go on other websites frequently, they will pop up here, but they won't stay here because they don't have a blue thumbtack, whatever you want to call it. And then we're just going to move it beside American Eagle because they're both shopping things. And yeah, that's how I customize my Safari. So after Safari, I do have Google Chrome. Yes, I have two browsers. Google Chrome's not my main browser for the simple fact that Apple Keychain does not work with Google Chrome, and I don't remember my passwords like ever. So if only Google Chrome had that option. So this is what my Google Chrome looks like, and I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this because I've seen it in every tip video. I'm not gonna lie, I got it from a tip video. I couldn't even tell you which one because I've watched so many. many, but this is an extension called Momentum. So in the top right corner, because of where you live, it'll tell you the weather, and you can click on that and the weather for the rest of the week. Obviously right in front of your face it tells you the time, and it says good evening, and then your name. You don't have to put your name though if you don't want. And then at the bottom it says what is your main focus for today. I'm just gonna write film a YouTube video, and voila. And then in the bottom left corner it just shows you where the picture was taken. So if you want this extension, all you literally have to do is type in Google Chrome extensions, click on the second one, and then in search the store type in Momentum, and then you click on the first one. And then right here where it says remove from Chrome, instead it'll say download. I think it says download, and that's where you click, and then you just download it, and it literally just pops up, and that's that. And the only reason why I use Google Chrome is because I use it for YouTube. I feel like Safari and YouTube have some type of beef, because every time I try to edit my channel or just do or upload a video, for one, it doesn't let me edit my channel. Like, it just gives me like an error, or just gives me extra problems that I don't need. And whenever I upload a video on Safari, it takes long. When I do it on Google Chrome, it's faster. I don't really know, so that's why I use Google Chrome. I literally just use it for YouTube. So after Google Chrome I have WhatsApp and I have Messages, just because if you have the option to message off of your laptop, why not? These used to be my best friends when I was in university sitting in class, because you couldn't be on your phone but you could be on your laptop. Then I have FaceTime, because sometimes if people want to FaceTime me, I'm really not trying to sit there with my phone in my hand. Like, it's not comfortable, because what if I want to be on my phone doing something, or if I'm trying to watch TV, it's just, and then you have to hold it a certain way and your arm gets tired. I don't have time for all that. So I use FaceTime on my laptop and I just let it sit there. It makes my life easier. Then after that I have App Store, because self-explanatory. Then after that I have Notes, because I literally use Notes for everything. If I have to send a really big text message, best believe I'm typing it in Notes first and then I'm sending it to the person. And I also plan out my videos in Notes, and I jot down all the videos that I want to do, and then when I'm done I check mark it and stuff like that. So that's why I have Notes there. Then I have Calendar. I'm gonna be so real, being in quarantine I literally forget the days of the week. So if I'm on my laptop, I just open my doc real quick and I see the number and I'm like, that's what day it is. I just remember it's my brother's birthday. And then after that I have Finder, because Finder sits there. Finder never goes anywhere. So now I'm going to show you guys really quickly how you can get your dock over there. So you're going to go to System Preferences. You're going to click on Dock. And as you can see right now where it says position on screen, I have it on the right, so that's why it's there. I have the genie effect when you minimize windows. So for example, if I minimize this, it kind of like flies into where the dock is like a magic carpet. And then down at the bottom, I have automatically hide and show the dock check mark, so that you can't see the dock. And then another thing that I'm going to show you guys, as you can see on my desktop, at the top it says my name. I find that a lot of people don't have this, and a lot of people don't actually know how to do this. I just like how it looks. So you're going to go to Users and Groups, and then you're going to click on the little lock down at the bottom, and then you're going to put in your password. And then you're going to click on Login Options, and then you're going to pick Show Fast User Switching Menu as, and you can pick full name, account name, and icon. So if you put account name, it just puts your first name. If you put icon, it just puts like a little person. And if you put your full name, it just shows your full name. And that's literally all that you have to do. And then when you're done, to save the changes, you just press the lock back, and that's how you get your name at the top of the screen. So now we're gonna move into like the inside of my laptop and my inside customizations. So I don't know if it's a new MacBooks, and I also don't know if it's the operating system, but now we have something called hot corners. And what hot corners are is basically you can drag your mouse to any corner of the screen and it'll perform an action. For me, I only use 3 out of the 4 hot corners, because one corner I find that my mouse is always in there, and I used to have that as like a specific action, and it just used to annoy my soul, so I do not use that corner. So we're gonna get into that in a second. So in my top left corner, that's how I launch my Launchpad, and the only reason why I do that is because I also have the option where you do the 3 finger and your thumb swipe on the trackpad to make your launch pad pop up, but sometimes that doesn't pop up. Like it's not reading my fingers and my thumbs. So I was like, I'm just over it. So that corner is how I get my launch pad. And then my top right corner is how I get my screensaver. Everybody has this screensaver, and pretty much it is the digital clock that everybody seems to have. You probably already know how to get this. If you don't, I'm gonna show you. And it's not just for MacBook people, it's also for PC people. So let's get right to that. So you're gonna go to whatever browser you use. You're gonna type in flicklow.com, and then it's gonna bring you to this page. Then you're probably gonna try to click or scroll, and you can't do either or. So you're gonna go to these three lines in the top right corner, and then you're gonna scroll down and you're gonna click download for whichever one you have. I don't know how it works for a PC, but for the Mac, because like I said, this is a what's on my MacBook video, but if you're a PC user watching, we still love you. You're gonna click download. I already have it, so I'm not gonna do this. It's gonna download. You're gonna click on it, and then something with three icons is gonna pop up. One of the icons is going to look like this. You're gonna click on that, and it's literally gonna take you to your screensaver, and then it's gonna be at the bottom. So you can also edit it too. So you can go to screensaver options. You can change it from 12-hour to 24-hour. I like 12-hour. I'm not in the military, so we're not doing all that. You can scale it, change the brightness, and that's literally all you have to do to get the screensaver. And then in my bottom right corner, that's just how I lock my screen. It's just very simple for when I have to get up and go to the bathroom or whatever. I just like to lock my screen whenever I walk away from it. It's just a force of habit. So to do hot corners, you're gonna go back into system preferences. You're gonna click on desktop screen and screensaver, and then you're gonna click on hot corners. And from there, you can just pick out of all the four corners what you want the stuff to do. I'm not gonna read it to you because I'm pretty sure everybody here can read. But yeah, that's kind of just how you pick your hot corners. And when you're done, you press OK, and that's literally all you do to have a hot corner. So next, I'm just gonna show you how you can change your accent color. And for those of you that don't know what that is, I'm gonna show you right now. So you're gonna go back into system preferences because we clearly live there in this video. And you're gonna click on general, which is the very first one. So right here at the top under accent color, it gives you a few colors. Right now, my accent color is gray, just because, like I said for the 1,000,000th time in this video, that's the aesthetic that I'm going for. You can change it to green, yellow, and I'm pretty sure you guys can read the rest, but that's literally how you change your accent color. That's just like a little customization tip. It's not that serious, but I think it's cute. So next, I'm gonna get into my trackpad. This is a very weird customization tip. I haven't seen anyone else talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it because I just feel like the way that I customize my trackpad just makes life so much easier. So I want to share it with the world because I'm tired of using people's MacBooks and their trackpad's not customized like mine, and I just feel like it's a very easy way. So why wouldn't you do it this way? So I'm about to put everybody on. So I think Apple has it set up to right click, you tap with 2 fingers. I don't like that. We're not doing that. So I have it set to tapping on the bottom right corner. I have it set to that because it just makes sense. It's almost like you literally have like a physical mouse in front of you. I don't know why people really are doing the with 2 fingers. I'm not doing that. That's so irritating to me. And then instead of physically pressing on the trackpad to click, I have the option where you can just tap it because I think that's pretty cool. And we kind of live in a world where everything is literally all touchscreen, so it's just cool to just, you know, tap. Keep it unison across the board, you know? And then obviously when I'm scrolling, I have the natural feature where you just use 2 fingers to scroll down and 2 fingers to scroll up. But that's literally how I customize my trackpad, and I just feel like it's a very easier way. I'm not gonna get into the other stuff because the other stuff, I don't really do anything else with my trackpad. I just feel like those are the most important things that you should know for customizing your trackpad. And now for you nosy people out there, we're gonna get into what I have on my MacBook. So we're gonna go into Finder, and these are just my recent things that I've used lately. That's why they're here. So you can customize this little sidebar here on the left. So how you do that is you click on Finder and you just click on Preferences, and then right here it gives you all the things that you can include in your sidebar. So if you check mark it, obviously it's going to be there. So I use Airdrop very often. So I will take a freeze frame from a video that I'm filming and I will airdrop it to my phone. Then I'll edit the thumbnail and then I'll airdrop it back to my laptop. But I'll get to why I airdrop it back to my laptop later. So obviously that's why my phone popped up, and then that's my brother's phone. Then I have all my applications in this folder, but I don't really come here to go to my applications ever. Then desktop, but there's nothing on my desktop. Then I have downloads. This is from my external hard drive and I don't really know if I need that. So we're just gonna keep that in there for now. I have pictures, so I have a screenshot of something I bought, but I'm just gonna delete it because it's no longer in stock, so I don't need that anymore. So I have my photos library, I have my photo booth library, then I just have my wallpaper here, then I have music, and I just have my audio music apps. I don't even know what that is because I've never been in there. I have GarageBand and I have music, then I have iCloud Drive, desktop, and documents, and this is where I be saving all my stuff. So I have downloaded music because, like I talked about earlier, I'll download music that you can't find on Apple Music and then I'll just drag and drop it in there. Then I have an important folder. I'm not gonna get into that though because like literally the title of the things are what they are. Then I have branding. This is pretty much just how I edit my banner and my little branding logo thing that pops up on the corner of my videos, and my green screen clip for my subscribe button, just stuff like that. And then I have a folder called Sugar Bear Hair Review because I may or may not do a review on that. I'm not sure yet. So that's literally all the stuff that I have on my MacBook. So like I said earlier, I did get the 256 gigabyte MacBook Pro. The reason being was because, to be honest, I don't have a lot of things to save. I'm not in school anymore. I already graduated, so I don't have all these assignments and all these papers and all these journal articles that I have to save. So I just went with the smaller gigabyte option. And then also I do not save my YouTube videos on my MacBook. I feel like they take up so much space, and I always change MacBooks every couple of years. I don't know why, because they last long. That's kind of just my thing. So I do have an external hard drive and I'm going to get into that after, but because of that I do not save a lot of stuff on here. I save a lot of my documents in Google Drive because it's just easier. I can access them anywhere if there's a computer, and then I think it's just easier to save all your videos on an external hard drive because you never know what's going to happen to your MacBook. So now we're going to talk about the external hard drive that I use. So I definitely did my research, and honestly the external hard drive that I got is pretty pricey, but it's pretty worth it, and that is the Lacy 2 terabyte rugged Thunderbolt and USB-C portable hard drive, and it looks like this. It's very small. It's literally the size of the trackpad, literally the exact same size if you need reference. So it has this rubber bumper around it, and it also comes with this little attachment so that you can cover it because it is water resistant, and then it comes with a Thunderbolt cord and it wraps around it. However, my MacBook does not have a Thunderbolt port, so it does come with a USB-C cord, and you literally just plug it in the bottom here, and then you plug the other end into your computer. So last thing, let's have a little chit chat. So do I like this laptop? To be honest, not really. I kind of miss my old one. My laptop before this was the 2015 model. The reasons why I don't like this laptop are not that serious, but they're just kind of serious to me. So this laptop is very thin. I'm like paranoid about it because I feel like if I were to drop it, it would be a wrap. Also, this laptop gets very hot when I start editing on Final Cut Pro. And on my other MacBook, I didn't use Final Cut Pro. I use iMovie, and I don't know if there's that big of a difference in terms of how it affects the fan. I don't know, but it gets very hot. The first time that I used it and I started editing on Final Cut Pro, all I heard was the fan, and it was going so much it literally sounded like a plane was about to take off. It was so loud and it got so hot it burned my thigh. That never happened ever with my other MacBook. And then when this gets really hot, the touch bar is extremely hot too. So like if it's hot, how am I supposed to use it? I just don't understand. This thing was so expensive. Like, why are you doing that? And then the last thing, just the placement of Siri on the touch bar right on top of the delete button. You wouldn't think that it would be an issue, but it just is an issue. I find all the time that when I'm on Final Cut Pro and I'm deleting clips, my finger will brush over to Siri and she'll turn on, and it's like, I didn't ask for you, why are you here? So like I said, I definitely miss my old MacBook Pro. It is a good laptop, but I just feel like maybe I didn't get the right one for what I'm trying to do, even though I spoke to someone from Apple and they recommended this one and the specs that I got. So I don't know, but other than that, like, it's a cute little laptop or whatever. Like if you're just writing papers, I don't know, like, I don't know, it's just how I feel about it. I'm just gonna leave it there. So that brings us to the end of this video. I really hope this video is not long. I feel like it might be long, but let's just hope that it's not that long. If it is, I'm so sorry. But if you stay till the end of this video, thank you so much. If you took any tips or tricks or anything away, please let me know. Like, I want to know, so let me know in the comments down below. If you have any tips and tricks or ideas about this laptop for me, you can definitely let me know as well in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.